Hi everyone, here's a working demo of the prototype for Fog of War. Essentially it's a grid-based tank strategy game where once I've implemented the fog feature you navigate the map and try to take out the enemy based on positions of successful shots from both the player and enemy. It's essentially like battleships but in a tank setting, so you have no visibility of the outside world apart from the immediate local area, and the rest of the information comes from whether you hit an enemy successfully or not and if they hit you. So some of the features that I've got working again at the beginning is the basic turret controls. So you can control the direction of the turret, so this will help you. Currently the game is implemented using a Bluetooth gamepad, but I plan to have VR gaze tracking for the interaction with UI elements such as buttons. So here the direction button's been highlighted. Now I'm moving the D-pad on the control pad to rotate the turret, so that rotates. I can rotate all the way around. And when I click on it again, it locks it in position. You'll also notice I'm going to have these visual indicators of the actual turret, the shaft and the cannon. So that will tell me the rotation of the tank. So once that's in the correct place and I've filled in sort of a schematic of the tank, the user will be able to tell the orientation of the tank from within the tank. So you can imagine this will all be blacked out. You won't be able to see the outside world. All you have visibility of is the map and the two GUI elements. So you'll see on the left here the rotation of the tank. If I then adjust the elevation, so same controls, click on the button and then use the D-pad, I can control that, and then you can see this little mini replica here also shows you the elevation, so then the user can see that angle there and decide if he wants to shoot closer or further away or how he wants to angle their shots. So these are specific to the tank firing, and then if we fire there, the tank moves and it's all simulated. So the plan is the user should be able to set this as accurately as possible so that they can get the desired trajectory and landing location of the cannon. Now what they'll be doing is they'll be taking turns, so they can essentially have a move and a shot in a single turn. So the player might choose to shoot first and then move afterwards, or they might choose to move and then shoot. So what we have here is a 10 by 10 map, and this is a grid. The world is procedurally generated, so it's random each time. And currently on the UI there you can see a little tank picture. That's the current position of the player tank. So this is the tile that we're on. You can see in the immediate vicinity of those tiles, those are valid tank. These are valid tiles that the tank can move to. All the other ones are beyond the current move phase. So say that I decide to go to this tile on my right here. Click on it. And then hit the initial. And there we go. And then you see the UI is updated there, and then you can see these other tiles. So after this turn, my plan is the enemy would have their turn, and they would take a shoot and a movement phase similar to the player, and they would have the same sort of limited information about the environment and the location of enemies, and they would use whatever information they have to decide their strategy. So essentially we'd all be in the dark, or as we call it, the fog of war. but based on intelligence we'd then decide what the next best strategy is in terms of movement and shooting. That's about it. That's what's been implemented so far. I've got some